Now for solving functions, as long as you know how to use your calculator, as long as you know how to plug in their numbers, as long as you know how to use your negative numbers, positive numbers, I think you'll be fine here. Now, for this given function, okay, for that function, first is the domain is given. We got -2, -1, 0, 3, and 6. Now, on your EOC, if you have the function here and the domain is given, and the EOC is asking you to find the range, all you have to do is to use each value of the domain, plug it into x, because domain again is x, plug each value of the domain to x, and then you will be able to solve for the y values or the range. So let's try this. Right here we got 2, and then x, your first x is -2 minus 5 squared. Okay, now here we got 2, and then 2, I copied 2, and then instead of writing x, I replaced it with -2. Here you go. Now using your PEMDAS, we're going to start.
Amanda Drake, please come to the office. Amanda Drake, please come to the office.
Okay, for the PEMDAS, we're going to start with the numbers inside. So -2 and -5, it's going to be -7. Okay, like signs, add them, but copy the common sign. And now square. Now PEMDAS, we're done with the P, and let's go ahead and use the PE, which is the exponent. So let's do it. -7 squared. -7 squared means -7 times -7. Negative times negative is positive. 7 times 7 is 49. Positive 49. And now you have 2 and then 49. And then you can go ahead and multiply 2 and 49. 2 times 49 is 98. And this is the final answer. Okay? So for the range, let's say domain, for -2, we got 98, comma. Okay? Now how about if you use -1 this time? So 2 parentheses, again go back to that one. -1 minus 5, and then solve this. Use your mental math. Next, 2 parentheses, use 0 this time, -5. Okay, how about 2 parentheses, 0, my bad, I'm using 3 this time. 3 minus 5, and then square it. And the last one is, try 2, 6 minus 5, and then square it. Okay? So, but if you have a calculator, just plug it in, type in 2 parentheses, -1 minus 5, close it and square, and then enter, press the equal sign. You can easily solve this with your calculator. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and finish that, pause the video, and then finish that one. Okay, so here we go. This time, given the function, and it's saying here that we have the value of x is 3. Now, if the value of x is 3, to solve this function, now here, as you notice, your 3 is inside of the parentheses. If the number is inside of the parentheses, all you have to do is to plug it in inside of x. So, see that x? I'm going to replace that with 3. And now I have 6 plus 5, which is 11. That should be easy. The 3 is inside. Plug it in inside of x. Now here we go again. Is 5 inside? Yes, it is inside. So we can go ahead and do 8 minus 2 times 5. But using your PEMDAS, you have to multiply it before you subtract. So a lot of students would do this. yes, this is wrong. It might, yeah. Here the problem is that if you apply the PEMDAS, or even if you use our calculator, it's not going to give you 30. But if you use your PEMDAS, you have to multiply first. So 8 minus 10, and now you have 8 minus 10 is negative 2. See, even if you use our calculator, it's going to give you negative 2. So make sure you know how to apply your PEMDAS. Now, here, plug it in again, plug it in. So we have 3 parentheses negative 5 squared plus 7. Use your calculator if you want. You can easily solve that. If you don't have a calculator, negative 5 squared is giving you 25. Negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. Now, should you add first or multiply? Of course, we have to multiply first. 3 times 25 is, if you have 25 cents, how much would it be if you have 3 of them? 3 25 cents. So that would be 75 plus 7. If you add them together, you will get 82 is the final answer. Okay? That's when you have the number inside. Okay, now how about here? What do you think is the difference between this to this one? Isn't it here the number's inside and here the number's outside? So if the number is outside, all you have to do, see that? This, you will replace it with 3. So that means you will have this now. Now earlier we learned that to solve for x, we need to have x alone. That means we need to get rid of that 5. So move that 5 over, plus 5 becomes negative 5. 3 minus 5 should give you negative 2. And then divide both sides by 2. X is equal to negative 1. Easy, huh? Yes, it is. It's easy. So again, your 3 is outside, we're going to put 3 outside. Instead of plugging it in, you are keeping it outside. And then move the 5 over, becomes minus 5. That gives you negative, and then divide both sides by. Because you want to have x alone, we need to get rid of that 2. So divide both sides by 2. Now here we go again. Number is outside, move it over. Put it outside. Okay, move the 8 over. You now have 5 minus 8 equals, you're going to keep that negative 2x because you're not moving the x. You moved the 8, that's why positive, it became negative. And now 5 minus 8 is negative 3. You want to have x alone, we need to get rid of that negative 2 to get rid of it. And now you have negative divided by negative is positive. Negative divided by negative is positive. That's why final answer is positive 3 over 2. Okay? Again, you can always go back to the very beginning of this example if you are confused. Okay, now how about this one? Having a fraction here and then negative 3 is outside again, that means we're going to put 3, we're going to replace that with 3. So we're going to have 3 equals 2 minus 5. But wait, you hate fractions, I hate fractions, so I can just go ahead and multiply both sides by 7. Okay? The reason why I'm multiplying both sides by 7 to get rid of that fraction. So I now have 7 times 3 is 21 equals 2x minus 5. Again, we want to have x alone. See that minus 5, move it over, becomes plus 5 equals 2x. And I have 26 this time equals 2x. 21 plus 5 is 26. Then divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 26 divided by 2, or half of 26 is 13. That's why x is equal to 13. Okay, now here in what's wrong with me, doctor, I have the question here. I have the question here where I have the 4 outside. Now, identify which step here has the wrong word. What do you think?